Well, hello, welcome to my first review video, and today I'm going to talk about this guy. So before I start, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm not really good at talking, nor interacting with the camera while I'm recording, but I'm just gonna go with it. So, yeah, bear with me. Minolta XD, or also known as XD11, XD7, or XD5. It doesn't really matter which one you get because it's the same camera. History time! So back in 1970, Minolta and Leica were a best friend. Like, serious relationship, like best of bestiest best friend. So they make a little, agreement to make a camera together. Minolta produced the XD series, while Leica taking the XD body design and literally produce their own version of camera, which is Leica R4. If you compare these two cameras, it's almost look identical. But why I choose this one? Simple. Because it's cheap. Yeah. Even buying this one almost got me broke. But anyways, let's talk about its feature and why you guys at least should consider to buy it. Let's go. So let's start from the top. Here you guys can see this camera has 3 modes, which is M is for manual mode, A is for aperture priority mode, and S is shutter priority mode, or also known as almost program mode, because Minolta XD is the first mechanical camera to ever feature 2 modes. Over here is shutter speed dial. To change it, you can either turn this way around or this way around. Depends on your mood. It goes from bulk mode to 1/1000 per second. By the way, this camera can operate with or without batteries, and the batteries for this one used is LR44. This one is small, tiny, round batteries. Anyway, if I change the shutter dial to X, it will automatically connect with the flash. And if I change to B, it mostly for the long exposure. Because if I pull the lever right here, I push this shutter release, the mirror lockup in this camera will stay open as long as you push this shutter release. And as for O is mechanical mode, which is do not require battery. But the shutter speed are limited to 1/100 per second. On the right here, we have the film advance lever. You just have to pull it right here, and there we go. Just push the shutter release. This one is a film counter. Moving on the left, we have ASA, or what we call this the ISO dial. To change the ISO, you have to push this little button and you can change the ISO. So let's start from 12 till 3200. Up here, this is exposure compensation. So basically it's allow you to get correct exposure in place where it's difficult to meter. Say if you want the highlight of the photo you want to take to tone down a bit, you can -1 exposure down or 2. So you don't have to adjust the ISO just to increase or decrease the amount of lights come in. And this one is film rewinder. You just have to pop it like this and rewind it this way. Also, here is the hot shoe spot or hot shoe socket. We have this one right on the left is a motor drive. This one right here is flame release. This one is tripod socket, and this one is battery chamber. On the front, we'll take a look on this side first. This one right here is the depth of field preview. Say if I use the f-stop 4 at 4, if I push this, the lens close based on the f-stop I used. This one is flash control connector, and this button is for mounting the lens from the body. So if I push this and turn this way around, yeah, it dismounts the lens from the body. This one is a self timer. To use it, you just have to pull it down and pull the lever and push the shutter release. It will set the timer to 10 seconds, so you have plenty of time to get in the frame. On the back, we have film holder like this one. So if you have a box of film that you bought, you can cut it and put it in here. Yeah, just nice and cute. This one is film indicator, which to know how much you use the film. This one is the viewfinder protector. Inside the viewfinder, you can see the numbers on the right and bottom. On the right side will be the shutter speed number. Bottom left inside the box is the number of the f-stop you choose. To its right is the shutter speed dial you choose. Now, what's the difference between this shutter number from this one? If you use the manual mode, the shutter number on the right here will be the ideal setting for you to use. If you change the shutter speed to 500 per second, the red dot will stop at which number for accurate metering. If you use aperture priority mode, you can choose any stop you desire, and the camera basically will set the best shutter speed for you. And of course, if you use shutter priority mode, you can choose any shutter speed you want, and the camera will set the best aperture for you. But I think in latest XD model like I have right now, Minolta introduced the Go Green mode, which you have to align all these settings to green, and supposedly the camera will have a program mode. To open the back of this camera, you simply have just to pull the film winder and pull it up here, and the back should be pop off. Yep, simple as that. Here is where you put your film, and after that you locked it, pull out the film, put it in this film socket, pull the film advance lever, and there you go. It's easy. So yeah, that is all about it. To be honest, I really love this camera, especially with all the features it has. It's just amazed me, like top notch. I would say it's really good camera for someone who just want to start learning about film photography, film photography. Sorry, let me get it right. I would say this camera is really good for someone who just want to start learning about film photography. Or maybe you want to upgrade your camera, or maybe you want to try it for fun. So yeah, Minolta XD, I really cannot recommend enough for you guys to try it. But let me know if you guys have any other camera that you prefer to use. Oh, by the way, this is probably going to be the only video I'm going to make, so don't expect it to be a series. Or maybe it will, who knows. See if I can get 50 likes or 100 views on YouTube or IG, I don't care, whatever. But if I will, what do you guys want me to review? Comment down below. Cheers. Susah buat video. Salah aku nak kena speaking. Bukannya orang kisah pun, bukannya orang tengok pun aku. Aduh, betul lah.